Well, it feels like it's been a bit of a baptism of fire for you in your first few games at MK Don so far.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's obviously not the start that I wanted or any of us wanted, but you know, you go through those sort of periods in seasons, and it's just making sure you work as hard as you possibly can to get out the other side as quickly as you can.
What do you think needs to change at the minute? Is it just a result, just a bit of a morale boost?
Yeah, I think like I said, when you go through those sorts of runs, it's easy for confidence to dip. You know, in my 3 games, sitting here with 1 point, do we deserve 9? Probably not, but I think we deserve more than 1 for sure. So I think there's been a lot of good bits in the performances, and we just need a little bit where something goes our way, and then you know it can start a running the the other way.
As a goalkeeper, you're watching it from as far back as I suppose any of us are. Are you spotting things that you think that needs to change, that needs to change along the way?
Little bits, yeah. Well, I don't think there's anything major. If I'm being honest, there's little bits that we need to tidy up and clean up, and I'm sure we will do. You know, as we all get used to playing with each other. There's obviously been quite a few new faces in the building, including myself. So as we get used to each other and we iron out those little things, I'm sure results will change.
It is a massive transition, isn't it? Certainly, even in January, there's a lot of players to leave, a lot of players to come in, and that clearly has played an impact.
I think so. I think it does. I think it's inevitable that it has a little bit of an impact, and it's just making sure that we do as much as we can on the training pitch and in the games to make sure that we make it click that little bit earlier. It's going to click at some point. It's just making sure that we do whatever we can to make that as early as possible.
Feels like 3 different games you've been a part of as well. There have been games that have been relatively one-sided, games that are scrappy. It doesn't seem to be any sort of consistency in the games that we're seeing. No,
and I think that's to be expected. That's the league. That two games are going to be the same. Barrow and Bromley are probably a little bit similar in that we dominated the ball and had good control of the games, and we're just a bit sloppy in certain areas that's killed us. And then Tranmere, like you say, was a bit more of a fight, a bit more of a battle. But we're going to get those games. It's making sure that we do our best to impose ourselves on the games, and then do what we need to get results.
I mean, there's certainly the players to do it, isn't there? You look at the calibre of the dressing room. It's a team that shouldn't be where it is.
Yeah, 100%. We know that what we've got in the changing room, we should be higher up in the table, and we're confident in our ability that we can make that happen, and we've just got to go out and show it now.
Sick of facing penalties? I mean, it's a couple already.
Yeah, I'd rather not have to face them if we can help it. But yeah, look, obviously no one means to give a penalty away. It's just one of those things. There was a lot of balls in the box Saturday and balls bouncing around, and it was just a bit of Dan's tried to do the right thing, tried to clear the ball, and it was just a little bit unlucky, and that won't keep happening. And I'd rather not have to keep facing them, to be honest.
Bradford then on Saturday, a team that are doing really well this season. Tough place to go. They don't tend to lose at home very often, but I mean, all the games in League Two are tough, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. There's no easy games, but like you said, they are flying and they're doing well. And even midweek, they obviously took the top of League One all the way, to the death, really. So they're a good side, and we know that. But like we've just spoke about, we believe in ourselves. There's a lot of quality in that dressing room, so we believe in ourselves that we can get it to click, that we can be more than a match for anyone in this league.
And you feel like you're not far off clicking?
I think so. I think you see, like I just said, we see a lot of positives in the games, and you see a lot of positives in training, and it's just ironing out those little bits, and then once it does click, I think will be really difficult to stop. But yeah, we've got to make it click.